British boxing icon Ricky Hatton, how are you, sir?
I'm great, yeah, lovely.
Here at the BT Sports Studios, the announcement of Dubois v Gorman on the 13th of July. Nathan's just questioned the order of that billing, but there you go. What's your take on the fight?
It's a great fight, two of the most exciting heavyweights in the country and probably the world, fighting each other after only so many fights. You've got to give credit to both the boys for taking this fight. But I think that's the way boxing's gone a little bit now. They're building up the fights for 3 years and 2 years at a time isn't there no more, to be honest. The fights tend to come quicker and faster now. And it's a great fight, great clash of style.
To be fair to Nathan, this fight probably hasn't come quickly enough or fast enough for him because he's been shouting it for quite a long time now.
Yeah, and first day he walked through, he said, he was, obviously his dream was to become a world champion, but I think only a little bit behind that was to beat Daniel Dubois. And Nathan's he's got the boxing ability, he's got the hand speed, he's got the boxing brain. And even though, and he can fight up close and in the pocket as well, and he's not had to show that. He's not had to show that in two of his fights, when the people have come to try and win rather than the people that are trying to survive, like the journeyman. When they tried to beat him, he's beat them up, and he's going to have to show that nastiness against Daniel, because Daniel will bring the fight to him, which is a good thing from my point of view.
I put it to Nathan, but he had probably the more refined skills of the two, the more of a technician. Now, he suggested back, but he's going to become more of an aggressor in this fight, and you're doing something in the gym which we're going to see very new from him. Can you elaborate a bit more?
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, I can't help but think that, fight fans or the opposition or anyone probably say, listen, he'll probably outbox you for a few rounds, keep on at him, and eventually he'll tire and you'll get him down the home straight, that's poor tactics. That's just stating the obvious, isn't it? You know what I mean? No, it's a lot more to that. But I think one thing that Nathan's, when he fights people are looking to just last the distance, Nathan's not shown the aggressiveness he has in him. When somebody has come to try and beat him and try and knock him out, he's gone with them and he's looked as nasty as they come. And that's the one thing that is, we won't be telling Nathan to run from Daniel. Absolutely no chance. He's more than hits hard enough, more than capable, got more natural ability rather than just a crash bang wallop. No disrespect. What you see is what you get with Daniel. He's strong. And I've told him, I said he'll be heavy-handed, and if you don't do the right things, he'll knock you out. But he does do the right things. I think it's a fight that Nathan can make it as hard or as easy as Nathan wants to. We've just got to get the tactics right, and he's just got to have the confidence to do the right thing.
I presume to the layman, if you like, the thinking probably among fans might be sort of Dubois knockout, Gorman points. Nathan completely rejects that suggestion and says there's much more to him than that.
No, he really wants to. He'll be going for the knockout. He will do. And I don't mean we're going to meet head on, but we're certainly not going to give ground. We're just going to be a little bit smarter up close, a little bit here and a little bit here and there. And that was my game. Up close, a little nudge, a little pull back, a little push and a shove, And Nathan can do all them things. Where I think with Daniel, it's the sorties that Nathan can do up close, which I think will win him the fight. Where Daniel is a little bit, in your face, power and everything like that, which is dangerous enough. If Nathan doesn't do the right things up close, Daniel will bulldoze him. But if he does the right things up close, I think Daniel and his team will get the shock of their life, they really do.
It sounds like this is the sort of fight Nathan needs to sort of bring out that explosiveness in him.
Yeah, they think he's a nice kid, he fast hands, nice little tidy boxer, and that's what upsets Nathan more than anything, because he knows, to be honest. I said, well, listen, you're as guilty as that as anyone, to be honest with you, because when you've, people have looked to survive, you've just boxed their ears off, if you say. Where I think, maybe if you're showing a little bit of nastiness, then people would believe what I'm saying. But we know we've got it in the... And to be honest, if you've got something in the locker that they don't think you've got, then that's a good thing. So,
Do you think there's been a few doubters over his last few fights going a distance, maybe thinking he doesn't carry enough power at the highest level?
He's lost interest, to be honest with you. He's been winning the fights easy, and I think he's. I don't know. I think he's been just. He wants to be involved in fights, believe it or not, and you wouldn't think that the way he's won his last two, but he's just like, he's better for fighting someone like a Daniel Dubois or somebody that comes to win and everything like that. It brings the best out of him. I think he's just. I think he loses England. He's a travelling lad. He's a fighting man. He wants to fight, and sometimes with someone's jabbing and moving, surviving and holding and pushing, he sort of like he comes to the corner, and I can see the frustration on his face, which is not a good sign. But I think when you put him in a fight, that's what he'll do.
Just finally, Ricky, just under a month before your fight at the O2, Leeds Arena. Now, one of your boys is there having his third fight, Tommy Fury. How's he getting on, with his transition and everything into the pro ranks?
He's doing all right. He's, a lot of people, think that he's just getting it because of his brothers. No, he can fight, Tommy. He's exciting. He's a completely different style to his brothers. They're slick movers off the back foot, while Tommy's built very solid and likes to attack and go forward. And to be honest, nothing's expected of Tommy, to be honest with you. It's in the genes, which obviously shows, but he didn't really have a massive amateur pedigree. But I think we might be having another Fury on our hands, you know what I mean? He's definitely in the blood, and there's no pressure on him, to be honest. Nothing's expected of him, but I think he's going to surprise a few people further down the line.
Looks the part, doesn't he?
He does look the part, yeah. It's like looking in the mirror when he looks.
You wouldn't want to go on the beach with him, would you?
No, absolutely not. But he's a good kid. He looks well, he talks well, and he's got the ability. And just over the period of time, he'll hopefully back it up.
Ricky, thank you. Cheers, pal.